Hi, Violet Willow. Happy Monday. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Facebook. I've had a couple of questions. Hi, Natalie Rose. Um, I've had a couple questions on the Goddess Temple app about whether or not live broadcasts will still happen when we switch to the new platform. And yes, they will. There will be a place in the app called Daily Devotions where you can go and watch the live stream. And of course, I'll still be here on YouTube and I'll still be on Facebook. Um, so just a little tidbit of housekeeping about that. And good morning, Linda. Good morning, Katie. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I'm still recovering, but I'm feeling really good. Feeling like my energy is really good today. And morning, Devana. Good to see you. I'm starting really late today because I've already had to do 2 kitten feedings this morning and get Albert out the door. But here we are now. Let's dive in. We are gonna today, what is it? Today, tomorrow, and Wednesday are our last days of working with Isis, and then we move into September, where we're working with the Taoist pair of Magu and Chiwangmu. So we'll be doing Taoist divination later this week. Haven't decided if we're going to do readings from the Tao Te Ching or if we're going to do more like I Ching type oracles. I have both. Typically, I like to read from the Tao Te Ching for the prayer, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm still kind of feeling into it, into what's going to happen later this week. Every year, it could be a little bit different. They tell me. So for our Nehes prayer, Nehes, 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 Nehes Emhotep, Nehes Neferu, Nebet Hotepet, Webenem Hotep, Webenem Neferu, Nutchert an Ankh, Neferem Pet, Pet Emhotep, Tu Emhotep, Nutchert Sat Nut Sat Get, Merit Osar, Nutchert Asharenu, Anek Rak, Tu Aatu, Tu Aatu, Nebet Aset. Awake, 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 awake in peace, Lady of Peace. Rise thou in peace. Rise thou in beauty, Goddess of Life. Beautiful in heaven, heaven is in peace. Earth is in peace. O Goddess, daughter of Nut, daughter of Geb, beloved of Osiris, mother of Horus, goddess rich in names. All praise to you, all praise to you. I adore you, I adore you, Lady Isis. And we are working with the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild and artwork by Jimmy Manton. So let's see what our card is for today. Truths Unveiled, the revelation of Isis. There are times when appearances of people, places, and things are truly deceptive. You will sense this when something feels uncomfortable within you, when you notice feelings of anxiety or doubt. You may think there is something wrong with you, but actually, you are intuitively sensing that all is not as it appears to be. It is wise to trust your inner feeling rather than being convinced by outward appearances. There's a situation in your life, especially involving relationships, where something is not as it is being made out to be. To avoid undue suffering later on, Isis guides you to truth and revelation now. The revelation of Isis is needed when someone or something is not as it outwardly appears to be. No matter how sacred it might seem, a spiritual person, a family relationship, a shared history, there are times when, although it is more painful to admit the truth in the short term, in the long term, it will save you much suffering and feelings of being duped, misled, manipulated, used, or abused. It will also make it more likely that the situation or relationship can grow into a healthier expression if possible. You cannot heal what is not revealed. Isis is with you now to help you realize these truths, to admit the things that you probably already sensed anyway, and to make wise use of these revelations now. Wow. Then it goes on to talk about the betrayal of Isis and Osiris by Set. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, Joanne. Hi, Gary. Good to see you. Well, we are coming up on a Mercury retrograde, and in Mercury retrograde, things that are from the past can sometimes surface for clarity or revisitation. So it may be that what we're dealing with here is not just something that's here right now. It might be something from the past that is coming back into clarity. It might be that there's something for us to really look at in one of our key relationships. I know that I was talking yesterday in our Tea and Tarot group in the Goddess Temple about how sometimes just being a happy woman in public who's actualizing her goals, who's living her dreams, can draw a certain type of attention. And so, if you, for example, share your truths, your experiences, your joy, your accomplishments, the things that make you happy on social media, you might have people out there who are kind of doing that, who are attracted to bring negative energy to you. It's also possible that in spiritual community or in other types of settings, friendships, family, that there are people who are just in their suffering or in their wounding so deeply that they don't know how to actually be present for you as somebody who is a friend or, in their role. When this happens, it's so painful, and I've certainly been through my share of it. Um, I think that the important thing to keep in mind is that rejection is protection sometimes. There are times when you find out that somebody that you thought you could count on is actually not reliable, or somebody who you thought was your friend is not your friend. Somebody who you thought cared about you doesn't actually have your best interest at heart. And even though it's searing to the trusting heart when that happens, it actually opens your third eye, your intuition, and it helps you to maybe be protected from something worse that would have happened down the line had you entertained that situation. Um, it's better to know and pay attention to the red flags earlier on than to wait until you're, you know, years and years deep before finally acknowledging, hey, maybe this person doesn't actually have my best interests at heart. And sometimes you'll find that someone's behavior toward you, if it's hurtful, is actually protecting you from giving your heart to them more fully or doing something that would have ultimately been to your detriment. So I think this is one of those rip off the band-aid type situations where if you are a child and you have a band-aid on, you're so afraid to rip it off. You're afraid that the ripping it off is going to hurt. But it actually doesn't hurt as much as you're afraid it does. Rarely does it ever hurt as much as we're afraid it's going to hurt. So rip off that band-aid and see what's under there. Then the true healing can begin. We don't have anything to fear in the realm of truth. Everything that, is actually problematic lies in the realm of falsehood. And the longer we stay, even in a familiar way, in the realm of falsehood, the worse off we are. So, little tough love from Isis today. That's our short bit, if that's what you were here for. Now let's dive into practice with 3 prostrations before the shrine. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention, a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. And let's recite the 4 immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering for Guan Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Omahum. 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 Omahon, 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 Omahon. Reverently I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guanyin, remain until the end of samsaric existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations of Namo Guanxi Pusa, calling out to Guanyin and inviting her to unveil whatever truths need to be unveiled in our lives fearlessly. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, Namo Guanxi Pusa, Namo Guanxi Pusa, Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, Namo Guanxi Pusa, Namo Guanxi Pusa, Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. 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 And our brief prayer to Yeshet Sogyal. Ying Chudaki Somo Kachanza Dusum Kunchempe Majunyeki Sangzo Dupo Dechen Sogyal Mar So Wadub So Chuptun Nudrup So Mother of Space, foremost of Dakinis, Lady Karchanza, gatherer of the vast secret treasury of Padmakara, knower of all past, present, and future, Mother Tsogyal, great bliss queen, to you we pray, grant us cities, ordinary and supreme. Ying Chukdaki Somo Karchanza, Dusum Kunchempe Majunyeki, Sangzo Dupo Dechen So Gyalmar, So Wadeb So Chuktun Nudrup So. And now 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, sending out positive energy to all those who need it today. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshe Wangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss, Yeshe Wangmo, be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxin Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher, and wishing everyone a great day. We will see each other again tomorrow. Bye. Thank you.